We want to welcome two of our great instructors, Marion Williams, who's just started her certificate this past fall. It is already now cracking the top 10. And Jeff Kritzer, who's been with us a long time and teaches in our data analysis certificate, our top one, but he also is teaching in one that is moving up. So I want to spend just a couple of minutes interviewing Marion and Jeff so that you can get to know them and get to know a little bit more about two of our rising certificates. So I'm going to start with you, Marion. Thanks for being here. Sure appreciate it. Marion is in, tell me if I got this wrong, Mississauga, Ontario, and I'm pleased to have you here. So I had no idea whether BI was BI or B1 or what it was. So just tell us, what is Power BI and why is it popular out there right now?
Okay, so BI is BI, and it does stand for Business Intelligence. So it's a set of Microsoft tools which can be used for summarizing large volumes of data quickly and easily, creating visualizations of the results that you can drill down to see the supporting detail. You can also share these visuals in reports and dashboards. Power BI can be used to connect to and analyze all types of data: financial, manufacturing, inventory, engineering. The sky's the limit. Power BI also allows users to create calculations. For example, a key performance indicator, KPIs, that can be updated easily and filtered to spot trends over time, regions, goals, budget. There are three main components. First is the Power BI desktop. This is free. Okay, it's an application that you can download to your PC. Second, the Power BI service. This is a paid-for subscription that allows you to connect with data, create reports and dashboards, and then share with internal and external consumers. And finally, there's also an app for your smartphone that allows you to annotate and collaborate with colleagues.
Great.
The courses that I am dealing with focus on the Power BI desktop because it's free. The app for your phone is free, but the service does cost.
Sure.
So why is it popular? Well, business intelligence is potentially useful in virtually all types and sizes of businesses and all departments within each business. In the past, BI was typically only for larger organizations with deep pockets and a robust IT staff. The arrival of cloud-based platforms and desktop BI applications is making BI tools and platforms readily available to even very small organizations. Because of the new lower cost of entry, the return on investment is extremely high. Business intelligence provides more timely and better decisions, saves time by automating repetitive reports, and allows you to identify trends and opportunities. Largely because of the massive number of users, Excel is the leading BI tool in use today, but it has limitations, especially with distribution and sharing reports. With Power BI, you can work in an environment that's similar to Excel to create your BI reports and dashboards, and then publish them virtually anywhere and on any device.
Great. So one set of initials that Marion used that I learned is very important in this century is KPI, Key Performance
Indicators, yeah.
Yeah, and your certificate, Marion, fits in with our new data science category so that people can move from our very popular data analysis certificate into 3 other certificates, one of which is your Power BI. So what people in what kind of work situations are taking your classes right now with us, Marion?
Okay, diverse set of organizations. They're from colleges, financial institutions, government departments, just to name a few. Their roles range from project managers, instructors, industrial engineers, CPAs, business analysts. Mainly, their jobs all involve data analysis and reporting of some type.
And would this be small organizations as well as big ones?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I do training for massive organizations, companies, car manufacturing companies, nuclear power companies. Yeah, so big companies to smaller companies as well.
good. And that would need to be the case because we're getting registrations from across North America, and not everybody has a car plant in their backyard. Thank you, Marion. I'm going to come back to you with my last question, but let's turn now to our other certificate that's moving up, Jeff Kritzer in Kearney, Nebraska. Um, Kind of a stupid question, but what's coding and what kinds of businesses need it right now, Jeff?
Well, coding can mean a lot of things, but for the purposes of this class, it's an introduction to being able to make your own web pages. Not only to put the structure of the web page, which we use what's called HTML for, but also to decorate it, to give it the colors, to give it the display that makes it attractive. We teach the beginnings of CSS, and to make some of the elements in the page come to life, like you'll notice things will pop up in web pages. We also introduce JavaScript to these continuing education students.
Great. So, Jeff, this isn't the only course you teach. You're teaching in the
Right,
data analysis certificate,
right.
and
I'm also excited to learn about Power BI.
okay.
Maybe I'll
So,
have you in my course.
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to be teaching the advanced data analysis class now for 8 years, and it's going strong.
so Jeff, being one of our more popular instructors, you have to be doing some little things that move you up in your students' opinion. Can you name, just like 1 or 2 things that you do in your classes that seem
Well,
to
I
work?
stay engaged. It's almost like, there's a myth out there that when you teach online, uh, you don't know people, but you develop relationships, and you do that by staying engaged. I
Hmm.
reply to every student post all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, all of our members and partners say that our classes are superior to the others, and that what you just named, Jeff, is one reason why. Let me go back to Marion for my last question, and then to you, Jeff. Marion, where do you see Power BI and the need for it going in the next few years?
Well, Power BI empowers data analysts, and data analysis skills are an important part of any organization and will continue to play a pivotal role in successful organizations for years to come. Power BI is also an industry leader in data security, facilitates automation of the work process, and creates stunning and interactive visualizations that make it much easier to understand what the data are telling you. My prediction is exponential growth, just like the data analysis courses.
Thank you. And I was listening to the radio recently, and someone said that data and data analysis is like oil was in the last century. That is, it drives everything, and every organization needs data analysis. Thank you, Marion. And Jeff, where do you see the coding skill set going in the next few years?
Well, I'm hoping that the people that have been enrolled in our certificate will get excited about learning some new languages. We can get into a program such as Scratch and Python, and it's really quite amazing what lay people, so to speak, can do now technology-wise. They can even help their third grader with their homework.
Great. Wait.
And I'm excited about one thing about this. One good thing about the pandemic is it's brought people, rather than travel because we can't go on real journeys, people take classes now as journeys. And many of my students, whether they're in my data class or my coding class or my new classes in contact tracing, as well as in Google Analytics, they tell me that, well, since they can't travel, it's time to learn a new skill. Maybe they've lost their job and they're trying to get viable for when the pandemic is over as well. So I think this performs a service to many people as well. It's exciting to be able to do this.
Great. Thank you, Jeff. As a former parent, I wish I had taken your class when my kid was in third grade. Marion and Jeff, Power BI and coding, thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with our top partners.